All right, let's talk about Jordan Love here of the Green Bay Packers, where, listen, not a great day for the Packers. They really got destroyed in this one. So what went wrong? Is it Love's fault? Does Jordan Love stink, right? That's the question we're going to be asking here in this video. Well, let's start off with this play, and this is just something that we're seeing far too much of, in my opinion. So it's going to be a cover zero. That's what they're showing. It's actually not a cover zero. They're going to drop back into coverage, but they're showing as though it's cover zero, and really, for a deep shot, it's going to kind of have the same effect. It's going to be a one-on-one matchup deep down the field. It's a 3rd down and 6 situation, but there's one other thing to note. Right there, a Minnesota player has jumped off sides, so that's just important as, this is going to be a free play. Love takes the snap, and, maybe he didn't notice this, but it was right next to the center. I would assume you noticed this. Maybe he's going to, I don't know. We can't get inside his head. We don't know if he knows this is a free play or not, right? But you do see down the field, the Minnesota Vikings defender is much further deep right now than the Green Bay Packers receiver. So that's the current situation. And this throw is just over everyone's head. It was closer to being intercepted than it was to being caught. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say it was a dangerous play because, again, I would suspect that Jordan Love thought it was a free play. But if he thought it was a free play, then that's just a horrible, accurate throw, right? That's nowhere close to where you should be putting the football. So I guess there's two options. Either he knew it was a free play or he didn't know it was a free play. If he knew it was a free play, this is just a massive misfire, throwing it way over his receiver's head. And if he didn't know it was a free play, okay, well then, maybe you're just trying to have a perfectly pinpoint accurate throw and you're trying to, err on the side of caution of throwing it too far. And hey, if it, if it gets intercepted, then it's an arm punt anyway, so not a big deal, because it is 3rd and 6. At the same time, though, this is still not an accurate throw, even under those circumstances. So the accuracy thing is becoming an issue for Jordan Love. Granted, I've heard people bring it up, and it should be brought up. It's a very real thing. Not a lot of receiving talent going on here for Green Bay. People are blaming Matt LaFleur for this, and I don't know. A lot of these route concepts are not bad route concepts. They just need guys to win. Like, watch as Jordan Love is going to take the snap right here, and you have a situation where this route over the middle, this is a good route against this type of coverage. It is. I mean, this is the route you hope you can get something to happen here. It's Luke Musgrave who's running this route. Like, this is not a bad situation. You talk about putting your players in positions to succeed. This is a position to succeed. It is. You have to win this matchup. And Love's throw is, I would say, an accurate one. It was good defense. And maybe you want to just say, good defense, whatever. I'm not going to, criticize the Packers players. That's fine. But regardless, that is kind of what, how I would view this is I would say it was, guys weren't getting open consistently. And that's become really just an issue for a while now for Green Bay. They've neglected the wide receiver position for a while, and, that's not exactly new news right here. But still, you neglect the wide receiver position for a while, eventually you start to have these issues, and then everyone blames the offensive coordinator. But at the end of the day, you can't make guys get open, right? Like, you can put guys in positions to get open, but they have to go out and get open. It also sucks because now people will blame Jordan Love for this type of play, when really it wasn't Jordan Love's fault, in my opinion. Like, Jordan Love made a good read and a good throw on that one. It just didn't work out. And again, there's stuff like this, though. It's 2nd down and 16. So, okay, you're in a bit of a tough spot, 2nd down and 16, but that's okay. Let's gain some yards here, right? Let's try to usually you want to get at least, 6 of these yards back, right? Get to a 3rd down and 10 situation. Give yourself a chance to convert to 3rd down. That's what you're hoping for. And this route could work. It's going to be kind of underneath zone coverage towards the sideline. Watch as Jordan Love takes the snap. He is going to fire in that direction, and it's working. I mean, you got an open window, and, more than just those 6 yards. This could be, 3rd down and 5 situation. However, this throw is low, and again, I'm going to say this because I do have to say it. It's possible it's a miscommunication, and this wasn't a missed throw from Jordan Love. But I have to say, it's becoming a kind of a growing trend when I make these videos. Is it a miscommunication or is it a missed throw? Because it's happening so frequently. My guess is that most of these are missed throws, but there is the occasional miscommunication sprinkled in there. But, I've seen too many of these at this point that I have to say that if these are miscommunications, this is the worst team at communicating I've ever seen in my entire life. And maybe Matt LaFleur is the problem then if they're on the, wrong page. I just don't think that's happening. It would be literally probably more than twice as much as I've seen any team ever have miscommunications, maybe more than that. Like, there's missed throws in there. There is. I'm not sure if this one could have been a miscommunication, but there are missed throws here. And also just stuff like this, which, this is forgivable. This is, hey, it's a young quarterback who's playing in his first season. These are the rookie mistakes you expect from a guy where, on paper, it's a pretty good situation where it's zone coverage and it's going to be a cover 2 zone. But what's worth noting is if you look at the safety who is all the way towards the left of the screen, right in the left center of the screen, you see he's in the center of the football field. That safety is going to come down towards the bottom of the screen. So for Jordan Love, I think what he's going to assume happens here, like watch as, receiver gets past the corner, Jordan Love looks at this and I think he believes that it's just a blown coverage and he has him wide open right here. But that's not really what you should assume is the case. I mean, the corner is playing as though it is cover 2 zone. So you should probably be reading as though it's cover 2 zone. But again, it's the NFL. These are concepts you're, still learning. This is something where if Aaron Rodgers made this mistake, I would crush him. But, he's not Aaron Rodgers. It's going to take him some time. And these are the kind of mistakes you have to make. Everyone kind of talks about the benefits of sitting behind a quarterback for years and learning. And while I do think there's benefits, there's also benefits from playing and making the mistakes now. Like, watch as Jordan Love just, he really puts way too much air under that. It was a fine throw to make. You just got to throw a line drive in there, and you could have gotten a completion. Instead, should have been an interception. It would have been a bit of a tough interception, but could have been an interception. I would categorize that as a turnover-worthy play, right? So definitely some of these just issues by Jordan Love, things he has to clean up. But okay, I don't want this to be too negative, so I will end with a positive here, which seems like a weird play to consider a positive. It's going to just be a screen pass, so how can you really have a great positive here on just a screen pass? Well, Jordan Love takes a snap. He's going to run the play action. You see that there's pressure coming. He wants to get the ball over to his halfback. Guys, it's a bit of a unique screen pass scenario, but this is going to be a tough throw. He's going to have to throw completely off his back foot and get it there. I mean, going to be very difficult. However, Jordan Love does, make this throw, somehow makes it work, and they're able to pick up a decent 9-yard gain on that play. So a really good throw there from Jordan Love. It was fumbled and then recovered by Green Bay still, so kind of weirdness going on there. But, there still are these positives with Love, right? You still do see the flashes, and his issue in college was inconsistency, which now you kind of look at as a positive because, well, yes, he has had those bad games. You kind of knew that these bad games were going to happen, right? The goal with Jordan Love year one was not for him to come into the league and just look like Aaron Rodgers right away. Yes, of course, you were hoping that would happen, especially when you drafted him when you had Aaron Rodgers. But these are the things you're hoping for. Like, listen, if you're a Packers fan, you're disappointed. You are. You were hopeful that this would be a good situation. You were hopeful you could be a playoff team. That doesn't seem to be the case. But, at the same time, it's like, okay, so the expectations were maybe a bit too high for Jordan Love. Again, people came in, legitimately, the question was, is he going to be a Hall of Fame quarterback like Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers were? I don't know how anyone could succeed in those expectations, and I don't know if anyone has ever had those high of expectations. I think Love's situation was even more high pressure than Aaron Rodgers' situation because, the Packers came just short of winning Super Bowls right after they, drafted Jordan Love. Perhaps if they had T. Higgins, they would have won those Super Bowl there, right? So that's something that, people like me with YouTube channels are going to bring up when talking about Jordan Love. So there is just that much pressure and okay, he's not living up to being a superstar right away. It is going to take time. Is it discouraging? Yeah, it's discouraging. But is it, oh, well then I guess he's going to stink for sure and there's no way he can get better? No, but at the same time, he isn't playing great football right now. I think that's how I view all of that. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from you. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.